today. It's like 8:15. Feeling blah today. Tired. Need to finish this coffee. We're gonna finish up Colton's car today. It's all wired in and stuff. I mean, we did a lot to this thing. We were tearing it down, and it's just a little bit aggravating. I did some work yesterday on it. I got the fuel rail, all that stuff mounted, sensors, some other things. The alternator bracket I'm doing right now because we were running an H22 bracket because we had to run it with the manifold and the turbo that we were going to run. We had to use the kit. Like, obviously, if anybody knows, this is the best alternator relocation bracket setup. And so we're going to be running the QSD kit again because the H22, F22 or F20, I mean, that for the automotive setup. So finishing that, gonna get the belt on, get the tension on the alternator wired in. Got to still solder in the injector clips. So I'll be soldering those in, and then radiator. Got the hoses hooked up. Got pretty much everything plugged in besides the injectors right now. Manifold's tight. Got to pop the header back on once I get the alternator done. New fuel pressure gauge and all that stuff's on the rail. Fuel lines on, return lines on. The feed and returns on. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Pop the Honda in once I get everything in, charge the battery up, and we'll go ahead and fire this thing. It hasn't ran in a little while. Got to get some oil too, because we put the KS Tune pan on it. We run the nice. I don't know if you guys can even see it. Probably wasting time trying to show you. But you see, it's got the aluminum pan on it. It's got the KS Tune pan. If you know, when you go H2B, if you run a stock pan, the design on the H series motor is to sit back some. So when you put them in the H2B, when you run the QSD kit or the 1320 kit, the Evolution kit, it has the motor sit a little bit more tilted up. That's why the intake manifold sits so high. So a lot of oil sits to the front of the pan, and I've heard sometimes it starves it of oil, sometimes it doesn't. I run a little bit extra oil when I run a pan with that design, the stock pan, I mean. But what I was getting at is the KS Tune pan sits level with the H2B setup. So it's a nice pan, looks good. It's already tapped and everything for turbo, obviously, but it gives you the right fitment for the pan, so the oil sits at the bottom like it should, instead of being tilted to the front. But I think with the what is that one kit where they like cut this shit and make brackets and it bolts straight to the motor, the Bro kit or Bro kit or something like that. I've never personally ran it. It's a good kit from what I hear, but that kit supposedly has the H motor sit like stock, kind of tilted back a little, if I remember right. Maybe talking out my ass, not sure. All I've run is these kits, the QSD and the Evolution and 1320, those style H2B kits. So get that dialed in, put some fluids in this thing, finish up the wiring, and I'll be firing this thing. And then I'll probably come back over to Jay's motor, finish getting this thing together as far as timing cover, tightening the intake and all that. Derek's motor's ready. He's working right now, so he's gonna be off later in the week. I want to say his last day's today or tomorrow because he's 4 on, 4 off, and then we'll be swapping his stuff in for the weekend. So he'll be rocking and rolling this weekend. We'll pull that off, mount the clutch, mount the trans, boom, slap it in. Yeah, so enough talking. I'm gonna get to work. I might do like a little time lapse or something of me working on this thing, which is kind of boring to me. It's nothing exciting. No tuning or nothing going on right now. I think I've got something scheduled for the weekend, but you'll never know until they actually are there. They can say they're on the way and tell you, yeah, bro, I'll be there, and then you don't hear shit. They never show up, blah, 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 whatever. Just part of the journey. I mean, guys say get deposits and stuff, but whatever. Like I said, it is what it is. So, I'm going to finish this up. Trying to get you guys some content. A little bit of a boring stage, like I said. I know you guys want to see more interesting stuff, but it's coming. And, I'm going to get to wiring these injectors and stuff in. Come through and need control arm bushings done on lower control arms. It's not a fun job, if you guys know. Yeah. I have somehow figured out a way to MacGyver these bushings out. Improvising. So that's the old ones. Normally people will press out the center like I did on this one, then melt or burn this the rubber out, and then cut on the inside of the sleeve to weaken it, to get it out. But I figured out a way to press them in and out, and it's crazy how I'm doing this. Hub assembly off of a Chevy truck to basically hold it, like a cup, and then I'm putting the solder on top. To press them in and out, and it's working. It's a little sketchy. I'll probably set up the camera right here so you guys can see. I'm having fun. I'm gonna fucking ball. Catching shit, bro. Yeah, it's fun. Alright, YouTube, so it's a 2-day span here. Got busy doing some other things. I recorded a little bit of it, replacing some bushings on doing the polyurethane, or excuse me, the energy suspension polyurethane bushings on the front of a EG for control arms and stuff. I did a little video on that, doing the press stuff. But we got Colton's car running. Don't know how this radiator got a leak to it, but it's got a leak now. It's steady dripping, and I pressurized it, and it's weird because it's holding pressure. Like, I can pump it up to 16, 17 pounds, and it'll hold it, but it's dripping from somewhere. It's got to be somewhere in the radiator, in the fins somewhere, but I don't see it. It's not really spraying out. It's just a drip, like just a steady drip. The hoses are tight. And I looked over all that. It's one of those weird ones. I don't remember the radiator leaking before. It's all wet down there. But it's like, it's all wet around the fan, so it's like on the inside somewhere. Behind the fan it's leaking. But like I said, I don't see it. Normally you can pressurize these things and you'll see it like pissing out. But I don't see it. But we got it running. Injectors, all that stuff wired in. Everything's pretty much wired in besides the VTEC and the intake on it. Then we're going to finish the exhaust. It's open header right now. But everything's working. Everything's reading like it should. Fired right up. I might start it for y'all real quick so you can hear it. But yeah, that's another thing now. So probably going to have to get a radiator now. Which that sucks, but it is what it is, huh? A little Harbor Freight coolant pressure tester. Works great. Thanks, Dad. Dad got it for me. Here we go, little Honda action. It's got a lot of air in the system, so it's not really wanting to read auto control that good. Let's see what happened there. That was weird. There we go. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see while we're chugging. We needed some fuel. Put 15% in. Now we got idle surge because there's air in the system. If you guys know it, F2B is a pain to bleed. Yeah, they're a pain in the ass to bleed.
got heat. That's just because of the air in the system, but alternator's charging and we'll get all that sorted out. The idle surge once I get the radiator to actually be able to bleed and not catch a bunch of air. So it's running. It's all bubbling out right now. It's almost as bad as a K car because of the design, the way that the H sits in here, the way that this lower neck, or excuse me, this upper housing neck is lower. This just traps air. This just traps air, and then you got this humongous tall thermostat housing that sits high. It's just air pockets everywhere. So they are a pain to bleed. If you got one of those, what do they call them? I guess you have those nice vacuum style bleeders you can use. Those work really good as well. But I don't have nothing fancy like that, and I usually have a burper, but the adapter for this style radiator cap, the round one, not like your more flat oval looking one, the round one, my adapter's cracked. The little plastic piece that fits in there and then the metal goes around it, that's cracked, so it just pisses out the whole time. So I gotta get another one of those, but yeah, it's running. I gotta bleed a clutch still. A little hard to do by yourself. I've got a trick to do it, but yeah, got fluids in it, got oil in it, got coolant in it, but that was kind of like a waste, so that was $10. But it's running. Fuel pumps in the 450, everything. So we'll get it dialed in and get it tuned up. Just look over the tune and dial it back in so he can drive around on pump gas until we decide if he's going to boost it or not. And I'm going to clean up. I don't think I'm going to do much more tonight. I have my hands full with this one. I'll see what I'll do. I might do something else. Alright, YouTube, it's been a day. I took a day off. Did some control arm bushings and stuff on a Civic that I tuned. We're trying to get it right. The alignment's still not correct, so we took it to one of my guys here on my side to get the alignment for it. We got Derek with us. So we're at our local Jiffy Lube where we're going to get an alignment set up on this thing. So I will get back to y'all. What are we doing?
Getting the alignment?
I'm getting the alignment taken care of. Our people here at Jiffy Lube getting us right. Yes, sir. How you doing? My man. Killing it. Pimp game strong, my boy. Shane. Yeah, we're gonna get this shit dialed in. It was way off. We got the right people doing it now. Get that right.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go work on that scooter. I got a little clip coming in. I think I got a tune coming today. Last minute guy hit me up, but I'm always down to tune. So we should have some turbo RSX content coming soon.
Strudel is the highlight of the whole strudel.
Yeah. The strudel, Sir Hassel.
Fuck everything else.
So yeah, we're waiting for the alignment to get done, and then we still have to test the car. But I've got a tune coming. I gotta get that money. So as soon as I know something, y'all will know it.